Albuquerque's 52, 50 degrees in Santa Fe. We're 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
Hey, folks. Happy New Year. Lindsay here with Jeff and Lisa.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Woof.
Duke City Dog Talk. Like, I just had this thought. I heard Olga Breeze's name. Like, you know, she's a meteorologist. Because we're dog people, cat people, maybe we should have names like, you know, Jumping Jeff.
Jeff Bow Wow.
Bow Wow, yeah. Bow Wow.
Jeff Woof. Jeff Woof. Yeah, what
Jeff Wolfsmith. We talked about
Wolf
that.
Jeff Wolf
Smith. That's a good one.
That is a good one. That sounds kind of cool. You sound tough.
Lisa
McKitty Trick.
Lisa McKitty.
McKitty Trick.
McKitton.
Yes.
Lisa McKitty. So Lindsay's got to have a dog name. You got Wolf covered, dude. You are so lucky.
Lindsay Lycos.
Lycos?
Isn't Lycos Latin for a dog, for a wolf?
For Wolf, yes.
Yeah, Lindsay Lycos. I love Latin.
Uh-huh.
I took it once. You know, my teacher, the teacher gave me a C and said, if you drop this class this semester and don't come back, I'll give you a C.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was a scholar freshman year in high school.
I was ridiculously good in Latin class for some reason because I slept in it every day. I have no idea how I was good at it.
Oh, do you think it was osmosis?
Probably, because
Yeah.
I absorbed it, and I would usually wake up in the middle of class, and the teacher would ask me a question, trying to embarrass me, and I would always have the right answer.
Wow.
So, and I have no explanation for it because nothing has ever worked like that in my entire life ever.
Maybe
besides
you're
that
connected.
Latin class.
So I just finished Dan Brown's new book called Secret of Secrets, and the thesis is that we are connected to the great consciousness, using examples of people who, what are they have the syndrome where they get hit in the head and all of a sudden they speak Spanish beautifully, or they can compose music wonderfully, and that, how does that happen? So
Ancestral memories.
they could absolutely. The argument is kind of cool. It says your brain is more of a receiver than it is just its own mechanical chemical thing. It's a very interesting theory. Good book, great book, full of all sorts of thrilling.
Plus,
excitement.
brains are tasty, or so I've heard.
What
I've
is?
seen on TV shows. And
Well,
stuff.
if you believe The Walking Dead, if you believe any of the zombie shows.
yeah,
Brains.
yeah, of course.
Brain.
Yeah, that's right. Well, here we are to talk about dogs and the new year, right? It's
Yes.
right.
It is the new year, and so
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone, and thank you for joining us. So we are the dog show the show for people who love dogs. So if you love dogs, join us. You can even love cats because we're inclusive in so many ways.
Yeah.
So Jeff is wearing a very handsome cat shirt. You have to be on YouTube to see it, of course. But yes, thank you. It's a beautiful cat shirt, and actually really classy. Did you get that for Christmas?
Perhaps.
Okay. Or Festivus.
Perhaps.
Festivus.
Festivus.
It was probably a Festivus gift.
Festivus gift.
Probably.
That's a perfect
Yes.
Festivus gift.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Perfect. I can't.
Perfect. It was
Perfect.
perfect.
Perfect. So the show today is about the new year and what our goals are in relation to our friends, our best friends, our cats and dogs. So I'm
New Year's resolutions.
Yeah,
For your cats and dogs.
Hopefully we
try to-
inspired some people to have some good ideas with last week's show. We were talking about 5 ways to improve your pets' lives.
right.
in
So that was
2026.
I heard that.
I-
So
I
I
have
knew it
one.
was a feed to this.
I have
Yeah.
one.
What's that?
Well, I think my dog Willa. I think Willa could stand to lose a pound or two,
Oh.
and so I'm going on a diet and exercise plan.
Well, there is some truth there. The saying goes,
Yes, right.
if your dog is overweight, you need to walk more.
There you go.
Probably so.
Yeah, that's
Probably so.
the more walks.
So we're going to go for more walks, and more miles on the walks too.
Well, that's great. Do you have do you walk her on leash, or is she able to run?
She would probably stay close by unless she saw another dog,
Mm.
and then she has absolutely no will control.
No self-control,
And, yeah,
okay.
she would absolutely go and visit every single dog she saw. Yeah. And
So-
if they're across the street, she would run across the street to get to it, and that
Oh,
could be dangerous. So
is-
she stays on a leash.
Yeah, that's good. They do say one of my best vet friends said, giving your dog the chance to run every day is the best thing you can do for them because they're built for it. They're
That's what they would do. They'd be out literally running with their pack every day. That
Right.
would be if they were hunting for food,
right.
fun, whatever.
She
but they would
loves
definitely be
to
running.
run. I'm not very good at running myself, but I can walk fast. I have long legs. And sometimes I'll go into a little bit of a jog, and she'll run. She'll get a full trot going,
Good.
and she
So
loves it.
sounds like both of you could really benefit from trotting.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Some trotting. That's good.
Got to
We
get
should-
your plyometrics in.
your
Right.
your miles, your hours. You're right. Your plyometrics. So, folks,
I would do plyometrics, except that I'm still in the English imperial system, so it'd be
That's terrible, Jeff. That is totally terrible. Another
You
metric
can't even
joke.
find your way out of that one.
Yeah,
no,
you
because
can't.
what do you call that? What would be
So, folks, call
imperials.
call and tell us what your goal is for your year. And the phone number, of course, you're dying to know that, is 505-243-3333. And, our good friend, Jerry will answer the phone and get you hooked up. And you can text us, too, at that same number, 505-243-3333, with your kind of goal for your dog in the new year. So I have one, too, for my old dog. I have three dogs, right? My old dog, I want to, he's not hearing very well.
He's
What?
Yeah, exactly. And you guys did that together. A little frightening.
Yes.
But
It's a standard. It's a standard in the whole joke set. Yes.
Yes, it is. And because he doesn't hear very well, okay, he ignores me a lot. So actually, he's also become.
Are you sure that's hearing?
I know it
No.
could be selective.
No, I'm pretty sure because he's anxious. He wants to know where I am all the time, and I'll call him from the other room when he's not looking, and he won't respond. So it's pretty clear.
Does he come running when you open the bag of food?
Yeah, he comes running absolutely when it's
I
dinner
can
time.
smell
he
that, though.
comes and just stares at me. He just stares at me when it's 5:25. His clock is fixed.
Does he start tapping on his wrist as if he has a watch on?
They really have to give dogs a time. When the time changes, they don't get it.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that is proof they have an internal clock because they know.
At 4:30, they're staring at me, and now they've kind of adjusted by now. It's 5:30. They just stand and stare.
Well, I just work on GMT time anyways, so my time never changes.
Which time is GMT?
Greenwich
Greenwich
Meridian.
Meridian time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Greenwich Meridian time.
And isn't that
So
like
the daylight savings goes up or down, but the GMT is still the same.
Isn't it about 12 hours or 6 hours behind us or ahead of us?
Yeah, because it's it's about
Seven.
Forget
probably
the exact number.
might be 7 now, 7 or 8.
Oh, we
Someone call us and tell us, please. We
Yeah,
need to be
please.
set straight on this
yeah,
issue.
you help us get, or we could.
What time is it in England right now?
I think it's 6, but I could be wrong. Well, so
Subtract 7 hours. Just looked it up on the interweb.
Thank you.
thank you. The internet knows all. Yes.
Because it's daylight regular time
yeah.
Yeah.
or mountain. Yeah, regular time.
Yeah.
See, this whole time zone thing is confusing. If we were just all on GMT, there would be no problems.
That was the
Just like if we were dogs.
Did you know that was the only law that they passed during COVID, like that we would not go on daylight savings time anymore, and it's been ignored. That it was like the vote was 344 to 1, and they have ignored it.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy,
Yeah.
So, but I don't. Maybe it didn't get signed by the president. I don't know, but it seems like daylight
So
savings
training
time
your
serves-
dog to get on to daylight savings time is your resolution.
No, that was not. But that was just a side note. So we're. So I have kind of some goals. My other dog's goal is that I take them hunting more often.
Uh-huh.
They really like that.
Yeah.
They love to chase birds and
What was your goal, though, for the one who seems to be
Oh.
losing his hearing? Are you going to
what
do
can-
like
I'm gonna see
sign
what I-
language, hand signals, that sort of
I
thing
do
with
some
him?
sign, but I was actually wondering, do you guys have any drugs that help with hearing?
Any medications, any supplements that
Yeah.
help with hearing? Mm,
Only thing
I
I
thought
would,
I'd ask.
that's a good question.
nothing
There-
specific other than like general health type things, but also, I mean,
Ear
if you're doing fish
cleaning
oils, are you doing
products?
fish oils
Um,
for anti-inflammatory, that sort of thing?
I have a high-end dog food that has a lot of the
Many
those
times
oils
the dog foods will have ingredients which
Mm-hmm.
at higher levels could be therapeutic, but at the levels that they're at in the food, they're really
Right.
almost never going to be
They're
therapeutic.
just a
Okay.
word on the
Yeah.
label. I mean,
So
it's
if
nice to have them there. That's good, but
and
it's
you
not going to
want
be.
your dog food to have good quality oils
Mm-hmm.
in it because you still, just like with human foods, want to
Right.
have a good ratio of the omega-3 to omega-6
omega-3.
oils.
That's what I was thinking.
And if some of the omega-6s are too high, then you're going to have some systemic inflammation. So yes,
wow.
adding some fish oil could reduce potentially some inflammation that could be part of the ear issues.
Okay.
There could be, some buildup of gunk from over the years. And you could use a product like the Zymox ear rinse that has enzymes in it that will just get into the ear, and if there's anything in there, it will just eat away and
Oh,
clean
really?
everything out.
Called
So you could
Zymox.
give that a try.
Zymox is awesome. We get a lot of good luck. It's great for just like regular cleaning, but for a lot of dogs, some dogs are prone to ear infections. Sometimes it's related to the breed, sometimes it's related to the quality of the food. But we have a lot of good luck with the Zymox, which is a non-specific sort of thing to deal with microbes, infections that sometimes antibiotics just don't work on very well anymore.
Yeah, it's interesting. My dogs don't have ear problems, but my kids' dogs do, and we use garlic oil sometimes to help with that. But it's not that successful. Actually, the funny thing is, my old dog cleans the other dog's ears and eyes, but nobody cleans his ears. So,
That's interesting, though, that he does the cleaning of ears and eyes, because that might actually indicate that he's feeling a need for the cleaning himself, and so he's going and cleaning other dogs.
Whoa, deep psychology from
He's
Dr.
projecting.
I'm
He's
projecting.
projecting his ear issues.
Your
Yes.
dog may be projecting, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, we got to leave
Dun, dun,
on going break on that moment. It's really hard. Jeff has just unleashed the world to us. My dog is projecting. Jeff, the psychologist. But folks, if you need a dog psychologist, maybe give us a call. 505-243-3333, 96.3 News Radio, KKOB. Hey, we're back, and we have Lisa McKitty.
McKitty trick.
McKitty trick. That's all of it. You do kitty tricks. That's good. So, what are you thinking about, Lisa, that you have for goals for your pets?
I always try to do better things for them food-wise. But I think one thing I want to focus on this year is spending more quality playtime. I have 6 cats. We all know I'm the crazy cat lady. Let's just not even.
We'll just.
We just won't pretend otherwise.
We just named you, so
yes.
Kitty trick. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I do too. I kind of missed the opportunity to change my last name to that at one point, but that's okay. I changed my middle name, but I think spending more quality time, playtime with the cats. I spend a lot of time with them. Obviously, we kind of hang out, and I do a lot of work at home, but just playing. Cats are predators, and they need that.
Right.
I got some toys back out that I found underneath all the furniture where they kind of disappeared too slowly.
Hid them. Yeah.
Yeah. I got those all back, but you get them out. Even the older cats, everybody wants to play some, and that's very stimulating to their mind.
Yeah.
It keeps them active. If they're jumping around, it's good for exercise and muscular
Especially
maintenance.
they're not outside cats, right? So they
No.
don't get to hunt,
No.
and that's what they're built to do. They're efficient hunters.
But
so.
even if we have Willa and all,
Yeah.
but a lot of dogs, they have the yard and they can go outside and do whatever, but they don't always get enough human interaction.
Yeah.
Just commit to doing, take your dog for a walk, throw the ball.
Well, so that's what you
Brushing.
guys have committed to. Yeah, I like that. So we actually have a phone call right now, and I like it's Mark. Mark, welcome to Duke City Dog Talk. I thought your name was Mark Bulldog Protective, but that's not your name. Tell us what your question is today.
Yes, sir. Thanks for taking my call. Good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Thank
Happy
you.
New
I
Year.
have an 8-year-old French Bulldog, and
Okay.
it's more of a behavioral question, I guess, in the sense that he gets very protective of me around children, and he doesn't get vicious or anything, but he cries and barks and just acts very nervous around children. I'd say for like 5 and under, and I'm wondering, is there anything I can do to train him not to do that, or is that inherent to the breed?
I don't think it's inherent to the breed. We have dozens of fantastic French Bulldogs.
They're usually
canine.
pretty good.
They're very
family
good players,
dogs.
and they're good with kids in general. I would suggest, my first thought is that he's anxious, just simply anxious about the little kids. He may have had a tail pulled or ear pulled or something by a child at some point, and it put him off. So the best way would be to introduce him to a kid who was kind of old enough to play the role and interact with
appropriately.
them appropriately, like a 4 or 5-year-old who knew how to act around dogs, and kind of introduce them slowly. I get it. It's a lot of times dogs, if you're living with adults, don't always get to see lots of kids, so it can be off-putting, and I think he's just anxious. That'd be my non-professional, but one very good possibility.
I don't think it's like a resource guarding thing.
No.
I think he's actually being protective because I think you're right. Maybe something happened and he sees them as, perilous beings to be around. Can't argue with that. But something may have happened and he feels like he's worried for him and you because you're his person. So
Well, let's not dismiss the possibility of resource guarding too, because one thing about small kids that dogs may observe is that small kids get a lot of attention from the larger humans.
Right.
And if your dog is really wanting to get attention from you and then sees small kids entering the area, you may be concerned that the attention is going to go to the kids instead of to him.
Yeah. What do you think of that,
And
Mark?
interestingly enough, my family tells me that, like, if I run to the store and I happen not be in the house, his behavior changes a bit to where he's less, I don't want to say nervous, but less concerned about the kids. And then when I come in,
Yeah.
he starts that behavior over again. And that's the interesting part.
that does lean toward Jeff's theory that he's resource guarding. He's worried about you giving them untoward attention. I tell you how my dogs got over their fear of little kids. They sat underneath their where they ate, and they got constant food. So
Yeah, if they can associate the presence of the kids with good things.
yeah. So that's another thing is give the kids a treat. A little treat to give your dog, and he'll warm right up. Dogs are really simple creatures, like most men. We just
I
need
was
to be
thinking
fed.
that, I'm not going to
It's
say
all
it.
these.
I was going to say, I do the same with Biscuititos.
Yeah, right. And we all react.
I'm
Thanks.
good. So,
Mark, we got another call. That was a great question. Thanks for calling Duke City Dog Talk. You have a great day.
take care, guys.
All right,
Happy New Year.
bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Hey, we have Kip online, and Kip, you have an issue with your dog being anxious around vets. Hi.
Hi there.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? I can hear you. Well, let me look at my producer, and he will fix it. There you are. Oh, okay. Heidi,
Can you hear us now?
A little bit.
Huh.
Just a second. Let me put on my phone and. Sure, we'll fix. There.
There. Oh, you're much louder. Can you hear us better now?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Heidi. How can we help you?
I have a dog that up until a couple of years ago had sort of normal anxiety in going to vets, but now she has extreme anxiety to
Wow.
the point that the vet gave me some trazodone to give her the night before and the morning of
Right.
her vet visit, and she had to actually go to a cardiologist. And so I did the trazodone, and my regular vet also gave me gabapentin.
Right.
And they had to sedate her when they took her to the back as well.
Wow.
And when the cardiologist came in, he said that even after all of that, he couldn't get her to lie on her side quietly, so he had to hold her on his lap when he did the EKG.
Wow. Good vet.
So I've got gabapentin and tramadol. Is there anything else, or can I help her to be more okay with going to the vet?
So it's obviously association, right? Dogs generally work and the basic drive is they associate, whatever. Obviously, he'd been traumatized by going to the vet, getting shots, being separated from you, all that kind of stuff.
It's basically an if I'm at the vet, then it's not going to be fun. That's kind of like the...
We actually have people who bring their dogs to canine. They love coming to canine, and it makes it easier for them to go to the vet because they're used to getting in a car, go somewhere fun, whereas they're going to the vet. It's not usually fun. Treats obviously don't work. You've tried treats. That's the simplest to get them in the car. Have you tried treats? Real high energy, meat or something they really would like. Is your dog food driven at all?
She's not too food driven. Her
Okay.
sister is, and it's not getting in the car and going that gets her nervous. She gets to go every morning. We drive to a park
Okay.
for a walk.
Okay.
So
So she's
So
That
is it
part's okay. It's
specifically,
just-
Heidi, it's specifically when you get to the vet that she starts to become extra anxious?
yes,
okay.
yes. And when they take her in the back to, draw blood or clip her nails or, do EKG or whatever it is.
So, do they let you be with her at those times?
Not in the back. No,
Okay.
they don't.
Is she better when you're there, or is she just as anxious when you're there with the vet and the dog?
I think she's just as anxious.
Okay.
At the cardiologist, the vet tech said, "Is it okay if we sedate her if she needs it?" And I said, "Yeah, she will." And he said, "Oh, no, a lot of times these little ones calm right down when they get away from their parents." And then I heard her screaming, and, they brought her back to me a little while later, sedated.
Yeah.
How big is this dog, Heidi?
She's
What
little.
kind of dog is she?
She is supposed to be a Brussels Griffon mix. She's a
Okay.
rescue dog, and she's about 12 pounds
Okay.
and 13 years old.
Have you tried CBD?
I have not.
So, Boofy sells some really high quality CBD products that works. I'm repeating their expertise here, but works really well with dogs.
It
We
works.
have 2 products that I think might benefit you without having to use the trazodone or the gabapentin. One of them is a product called Happy Traveler, and it has some different herbs like St. John's wort, chamomile. Lisa, do you recall the other ingredients that are in that one? There's a couple of common
it's an herb.
herbs.
Yeah, St. John's wort, valerian, chamomile. It's an herbal based.
And so you can start that a couple hours early. You can do, what the package says. You can do twice what the package says. Dogs will tend to get like kind of sleepy, possibly a little bit loopy or drunk on the product, but it often helps take the edge off of the extreme anxiety situations. It's so named because it makes traveling in the car easier for dogs that have real problems traveling in the car. The other products I would recommend would be something that was CBD based, because the CBD will give perhaps a little bit milder relaxation effect. So
The only thing is, it's not really good for like one-off situational type
Right.
things. It's better if you can get it going like a few days ahead of time and ramp it up. CBD works better with longer term treatment to sort of bring down the overall level, whereas like the Happy Traveler is a little better for like a situational thing, because what your dog is experiencing is not all that uncommon. We've had some dogs that had the exact same issue when it was time to get their nails trimmed. And it seems like the bigger the dog is, the bigger the baby
more
they
they're
are
gonna
about
cry.
getting their nails trimmed. And we've had some experiences where dogs just lost it. Nothing had ever happened to them when they were getting their nails trimmed. We had one in particular who every time we took her in, it kept getting worse and worse. Her anxiety, nothing ever happened. We were there with her the whole time, but every time it became more of an ordeal till we got to the point where we actually had the groomer come down to the store. It was the dog. Oogie was her name, and
Great name.
we gave Oogie all sorts of calming stuff ahead of time. We had calming collars. We ended up having to put a muzzle on her, and then she got so upset she gave herself a nosebleed.
But the Happy Traveler helped a little bit, though. We doubled up on that, and she'd get
Yeah,
kinda
Donovan, that worked really
drunk,
well
loopy.
for
Mhm.
Donovan.
Donovan worked.
So,
Yeah.
so we really,
Oogie worked a little.
I think go check out Happy Traveler at Boofy's Best for Pets, and I think I would try that. It's also less impactful. Gabapentin's not great
That's
for
the main
dogs.
thing. It's not going to be quite as strong, but it's not going to have like the lingering. It doesn't have the side effects.
Yeah, doesn't have.
And
side-
you can also do a little bit of finessing with the dosing too.
And
Heidi-
Heidi, one more thing I'll suggest too. When if you get the product to try it, you can try it without a vet trip. So you can give the Happy Traveler product and just see how your dog responds, and do that 2 or 3 times before your next trip to the vet.
or even drive to the vet and don't go in.
Oh yeah,
yes,
desensitization. That's
absolutely.
about it. That's a good one.
Good thing. Heidi, thanks so much for calling. We have to take a break. Thanks for joining us at Duke City Dog Talk. Welcome back to 96.3 KKOB and Duke City Dog Talk with Lisa, Jeff, and Lindsay. We're having a great time today. I haven't gotten any folks with New Year's resolutions for their pets, except for Jeff, Lisa, and I have been kind of at it.
Do you have any more resolutions?
I'm trying to. I really need to continue to. My young dog really needs attention. It seems like it comes back to that, right? I go play catch, throw the dummy for him, and he is just a better dog all day. So sometimes I get up early, go to the gym.
A tired dog is a good dog.
Exactly. I let him out, but I'll just throw him the dummy. Dogs need structure. Dogs especially like structure.
Routine,
so
absolutely.
And he wants a job to do, and if he knows
Dogs
that's a
totally
job,
need jobs.
Yeah. So that's great. Actually, I was just visiting with someone who had a little black and white shepherd, and they take their dog out to a sheep farm, and the dog is so happy and doing so many cool things.
So it's like a dude ranch for dogs, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. What fun if you're a dog driven to do that kind of.
You should consider getting a couple sheep for canine resorts, so you could have a sheep room and your dogs get to run around and chase the sheep around the room.
The only problem is we have doggy grass. It's not real grass. The sheep might be kind of starving, or they'll chew it to pieces. I don't know which it'll. Yeah, that would be fun. I could just imagine what would happen if you had a sheep in there. It would be so fun. Maybe I'll get a potbelly pig. Those are kind of good in betweens. But pigs don't herd very well, I don't believe.
They're probably smarter than the dogs too.
That's the problem.
Yeah. They might.
Yeah, sheep
they might charge the dogs.
They might. They
chase
probably
them
tell
around
the
the
dog
room.
what to do. Yeah. Where sheep are, not the brightest.
I don't know, I just kind of would imagine like the sheep that are involved in places like that where you have like guest herders coming in.
Right, exactly.
And they're kind of like, oh, great, here comes this buffoon.
He's got us all backwards, yeah. But I think, dogs, they do it naturally. We see it all the time from in the dog resort. They herd other dogs, and sometimes it can be a problem. They herd the techs and the pet techs in the rooms. Speaking of great ideas, that remind me of Canine Resort. Great ideas for your resolution is get your dog playing at Canine more. Playing dogs are happier
Absolutely.
dogs.
Well, I have a question. When you didn't take your dogs on your trip because you traveled for a couple of weeks over the holidays, and you boarded them at
Canine Resort.
Yeah,
absolutely.
what kind of reviews did they give the place? I mean, what did you hear from your pups when you got
what
home?
I love is they come back so happy to see us, of course, but the staff loves them, and they just say, can't wait for Kit and Chaco to come play in the small dog yard, and they come home and they're all bathed and they're clean and they're really happy. A little tired. I was happy to see that. They usually get enough exercise that they're tired, but we have big yards, but they don't get the big running they have in our yard where they can run for 100 or 200 or 300 yards. But so as soon as they get home, they all did that for a while. Just ran around like nutcases. But they like being at Canine Resort, as do most of the dogs who come to stay with us. They can't wait to get there. That's what's so fun is that client after client says, my dog, when it finds out we're getting near Canine, gets so excited and already. That's why we're there.
I'd be curious to hear from pet parents who bring their dogs to your place and other places as well, if they do see a decrease in anxiety of their pets, because I'm sure that obviously they're social animals, they're pack animals, so having other dogs to hang out with and spend time with, or anyone to hang out and spend time with, has got to be much more fulfilling to their little doggy souls than being alone during the day. Yes, they're safe and everything, but it's not the same as being with your crew.
Right. Jeff, so they kind of develop their own pack. They become part of, the large dogs become a pack, and they take care of each other and play with each other, and they find someone with the same energy to play with. You get the young pups, find the young pups. So Dr. Jeff Nichols, who brings his dog Mick Jagger all the time, he a lot of his clients he recommends that they come here because they generally go to him with some anxiety or some kind of behavioral issue, and if they're comfortable with other dogs, they love playing. they love playing. And so, yeah, it's a great. It's giving dogs what they need. It's what happens if hermits don't live very long.
Well, exactly. I mean, humans, when they get separated, they do strange things in their basements that we
Yes.
don't want to talk about.
Right,
And,
right.
you know, with dogs, if they're left alone, then they're probably not having the most savory thoughts or the most healthful,
Exactly.
healthy
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah. Being alone can be a sad thing for a lot of people, and dogs too. You meet dogs who are
Well, it comes out in
terribly lonely.
behavior.
Yeah.
So good resolution.
Okay. Go to canine.
Daycare play dates at canine resorts.
And even more fun,
Absolutely.
we have our Winter Wonderland camp. We have 6 weeks of.
Does that start this
engagement.
week?
It starts next week, I think. So you can still sign up. It's enrichment activities. We have smell games. We have
fun.
physical activities. We have fetching. All these. We have obstacles. It's every day. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. It is an enriching activity, which really helps the dog's brains continue to develop and solve problems.
So let's say,
No, you can't come, Jeff.
not me, someone else,
Yeah.
a new customer of yours,
Yes.
wants to bring their dog
Yeah.
and have play dates. What do they need to do before just driving up Monday morning and
Yeah.
dropping the dog off?
That's a great question. Yeah, we have a very careful evaluation process. So we really like people to take a tour of canine, see how we do things.
With their dog?
No, we
On their own first?
On their own. You're human first, and then we make an appointment for the dog to come do an evaluation, and they spend a whole day with us. So we have this really kind of good process. Is we take all the dogs, put them outside, leave that dog. He has the run of the inside play yard, and then we bring one dog at a time in, and they we see how the dog's reacting. Are they? Is it too much stimulation? Are they reacting aggressively because they're nervous? We kind of gauge what's going on. If it's really going well, most of the time, 80% of the time, it's super easy. The dogs all get along, smell each other's butts, and they're happy. And then they're part of the pack. And we kind of build the pack that way very carefully, because you don't want to put a dog in. It's so stressful to go in a room with 30 other dogs,
Right,
who you
right.
don't know.
Yeah.
And but we take very careful care to make sure, and if they pass their evaluation, they can be a part of the Winter Wonderland.
Wow.
Yeah, fun, right? Yeah, I think so. It's really
So,
been
is
great.
there anything else that a dog needs to do to be prepared? Getting update on immunizations, having
So,
all their paperwork necessary.
Let's hold off on that because we have to take a break, Jeff, and
Oh,
we
okay.
will talk
We
about
just had
what
one.
you just. I know, right? Just had a break, folks. Thanks for joining us on Duke City Dog Talk. Call us with your difficult behavioral questions and, of course, your New Year's resolutions for your pets on 505-243-3333 KKOB. Here we are, Duke City Dog Talk, our last segment, last chance to get in and tell us what you're doing for your pups in the new year. I did want to finish briefly the conversation. In order to be a part of our canine resort, we have to have updated vaccines, including Bordetella, and we need to have an evaluation. It's not hard.
Is it important or necessary for the dog to be spayed or neutered?
After 9 months, they must be spayed or neutered in order to play any other yards. We do let them do private plays, unspayed, unneutered. So we do have some dogs that way. Yeah, they just can't play with others. Pretty much a female in heat changes the whole dynamic of the whole yard.
This isn't a Friday night teen party at someone's
you
parents'
gotta have
house.
more bouncers if you have
Even though they're all fixed, they don't know they're fixed. You know, it's just how we men are. We're never fixed, right?
broken.
We're
so
broken.
many truths today.
So I just and I'm just saying it for ourselves. So the cool. We just got back from great Christmas break. Anything exciting happen in your lives at Boofy's or for your holidays besides a cool cat shirt?
It was a good business as usual. Good season. Holidays are always fun at Boofy's, and we probably sell a few more toys, sell a few more treats, get a few new customers. It's a pretty good time of year. How about
Santa
you?
Claus comes.
Santa comes. We get pictures.
Santa Claus.
Yes,
We did 2 Saturdays of Santa Claus photos. Of course, Festivus and
We had the same. We had Santa came to K9. He went and visited all the yards, and we got lots of pictures. We had a snowland day. It was so much fun. All these pictures and
was it like 62 degrees?
yeah, but we had cotton balls everywhere, and it looks so much like snow. That my social media gal is so brilliant. Sienna does a great job of kind of creating these little settings, and it looked like the dogs were playing in snow. It was really fun. Now we have cotton balls all over Canine Resort. But
It wouldn't be the holiday season otherwise.
that's right, unless you had holiday junk all over the place. Yeah, but we were very pleased in that we were already filled up 2 weeks ahead almost. So reminder, over the holidays, if you want to come hang out at K9, you got to get your reservation in early. So early, good planning makes good sense. So then you get your choice of rooms and all that.
So for people planning a vacation and hoping to drop off their dog at K9 Resort, obviously things that they want to do ahead of time. Make sure they get approved.
Right.
And make sure they get something scheduled in a timely manner so that you're not sold out.
So many of my customers come in January and say, okay, these are our 6 trips this year. We want reservations now. We want in the luxury room, and we want to make sure, just get it all laid out. And it's easy they can adjust a day or two later if it comes down to it. But,
so you could even accommodate reserving for December of 2026. If someone calls and says, we're absolutely going to be across the other side of the country and we need to board our dogs here with you so they can have a good vacation too.
Yep, absolutely. That's happening.
Take the stress out of the whole situation. Get that squared down. Locked down as soon as you know where you're going.
Well, your dogs love it at K9, and where else would they want to be? So yeah,
for sure.
So
even when our pets are in, we know that they're in great places when we're not with them. We still worry about them.
Of course we do.
But you can take a good percentage of that worry out of the equation at least.
Yeah, and that's why we built this business. We were really.
Do you recommend that customers that come in, they get approved, they do a tour, the dog is coming with me? Do you recommend that they have multiple daycare visits before an extended stay?
Especially if your dog, it's a great idea. So they get used to coming to K9, develop that pack mentality.
Have a good time.
Yeah, so absolutely very common. Folks do reservations early. Okay, we got a phone call. We have Simone. Simone, are you there?
Hi, yes, I am.
Hi, how can we help you at Duke City Dog Talk?
I had a question. I just was listening now, and you're talking about being updated on vaccinations,
Sure.
which of course makes sense. But do you also require the canine influenza vaccine?
We do not, because it's
Oh.
very uncommon here in the
Right.
West. So we do not. It is a requirement at some of our eastern brothers and sisters canine resorts, but
Okay.
we're fortunate we don't require the flu vaccine because we have it very, very rarely.
Right. I understand that. And there's one place here in town who will remain unnamed.
Okay.
but They do require the influenza, and so I have two dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get the influenza vaccine, which is $70 for both, and then do a booster after, you
Yeah.
know. So it's very inconvenient because a lot of vets don't even carry it. So
Yep.
that would kind of be a deal breaker if you did, but your
Yep.
place sounds really
No,
interesting, and I want to consider it for sure.
4 years we've been in business and
Okay.
seen almost. We've had a couple cases of flu, but they came with it. Then it wasn't passed. We have such great cleaning protocols, HVAC units with UV lights.
Okay.
It's a very safe place for dogs to be. So we don't.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I
All right.
appreciate it.
All right. Thanks. All right.
Yep.
Take care. We got another call. Rob, this is Lindsay at KA. Rob, is that dog's name? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I had a couple of questions, but I'll just get to the quick one.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys answer cat questions or not, but I have.
I do.
Lisa McKitty trick does. So go.
Okay, I found these poor kittens I've been taking care of. They started off young. I've raised them, but they've had diarrhea for like the whole time I've had them, and they probably were at 2-3 weeks when I found them. Is there any drugs that I can get over the counter without having to pay a major vet bill to take care of diarrhea? I've checked to see if there's any worms or anything. It don't look like it. It just seems like diarrhea just doesn't want to stop.
Well,
They're
there's
already
other
about
things
4 or 5
besides.
months old.
Oh, if they've had that much diarrhea for that long, that can really have a long-term effect on their growth and their health. So that's not normal. I don't know what you're feeding them or what they've been eating, but it's very common for cats that have been found, especially out in the wild. It's not just worms. You may not even see the worms that are in there. Sometimes they aren't visually.
They have nematodes. They have all sorts
Yeah,
of things.
they're too
can't
small to
see 'em.
actually see. But there's other things like giardia or coccidia. Coccidia is very common in kittens,
Yep.
and especially if it's like a yellow, stinky sort of diarrhea. That can that sounds like if that's what's going on, I wouldn't be surprised if it's coccidia. Very, very common, but you'll have to go to the vet for that. And trust me, their long-term health really depends on it at this point. But thank you for saving
Do you know
them.
of any vets that's like really cheap that I could? Because I'm like bare minimum on money and stuff. It's mostly tied up in rent and food.
What's it called? The pet.
Hey, Rob, why don't you hang on the phone with us, and we'll finish taking your other question too.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I hear the music that sounds like perhaps.
So we have some low income. We have some low income vets to suggest. So just hang on after, and we will we'll be right back with you. Okay. I'm going to say, don't hang up, Rob. I'm going to say to everyone else, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us at Duke City Dog Talk. It is a joy to be with you. Take great care of those pets, those cats and dogs that are in your care. Blessings.
Woof.
Woof. Meow.
The preceding show has been a paid commercial advertisement. The views expressed do not reflect those of this station, its ownership, or management.